right. Hello, and welcome to the Shark Stream. Hello, G-Man. Hello, Ando KLK. Welcome. It is Four Horsemen Friday, and we are back at it in Darksiders 2. You know, we still haven't heard anything about what the new Darksiders project that they're working on is. And I'm getting impatient. They need to release this faster. They need to get me more information more quickly. Because I really want it. And that's all it should take. Anyway. But yes, hello and welcome to Shark Stream. It's me, it's Gage, aka Acid Shark. And I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. I'm having a pretty good Friday. I'm thinking about movies, you know? I gotta turn this music down just a little bit more. I'm thinking about movies today. Friend of the stream, Lucas, Game Over Hell. Go check out his YouTube channel. He does video game reviews. Really cool. They need to focus on the lore, I would say, or a writer changing system like GTA 5. I would say, like, because Genesis doesn't really count as Strife's game. So it needs to... Darksiders 4 needs to be Strife's game. I just want it to be a proper sequel. What was I saying? Movies. Friend of the stream, Lucas, and I were talking earlier today. He has been embarking on an epic quest. Fuck, goddamn, I knocked my phone over. He's been embarking on an epic quest to watch every Marvel film adaptation. So not just MCU stuff, but like all the weird shit from like the aughts. Like the early to mid aughts. And we were talking earlier today about the X-Men movies. And just, God, I fucking hate Dark Phoenix. I don't know if what am I saying? I don't know if I've talked about this before. I've definitely talked about this before. Hello, Necromancer Kobold. Welcome. I fucking hate Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix is an abysmal experience to try and sit through. It has almost no redeeming qualities. All of it, any redeeming quality that it has, you have to squint really hard to see it. And we were talking about it, and one of the things that Lucas brought up is this idea of like there's a moment in that movie where Mystique is giving Professor X a dressing down because she's just like, you sit here all safe, you don't have to sacrifice anything for these missions. It's just like, how much has, like, okay. One of the things that I genuinely actually like about Dark Phoenix... Hello, Xanda. One of the things I actually genuinely like about Dark Phoenix is is this sort of, like, beneath the surface kind of metaphor where it's just, like, Professor X has been doing everything he can to, like, improve the public image of mutants. He's schmoozing up to all these politicians. He's doing the assimilationist thing, right? And then the second that something goes wrong, the second that there is a negative turn, they just completely abandon him. And there is a poignant metaphor in there somewhere. But it's true that he has been schmoozing up to politicians, as I said. But it's just like, Xavier, despite his, like, assimilationist nonsense, assimilationist in terms of the metaphor, has sacrificed quite a bit for mutant kind. And, like, me and Lucas were talking about it, just like, hey, Mystique, you know that he's in that wheelchair for a reason, right? Like, something happened. Did you forget? And Lucas was just like, I think the writers forgot. And that just set me on a fucking tangent. Because it's just like, there is 100% definitely some indications that the writers just forgot or weren't paying attention to things that had been set up over the course of, like, God, almost 20 years of film at that point. And, like, part of it is almost certainly because, like, Bryan Singer was dropped from the crew of those films after Apocalypse. You know, because he's a sex pest, allegedly. Is it allegedly, or was that... We're gonna go with allegedly, just to cover my ass. Because he's allegedly a sex pest. So all the stuff that was built up over Days of Future Past and Apocalypse is just kind of, like, shoved to the side. And it's like, that's not necessarily a death knell, because it's just like, how many of these fucking movies okay, see you, Xanda. Like, how many of these fucking movies have had, like, some degree of, like, lore contradiction in them, you know? Like, we got 2 different versions of Emma Frost in back-to-back films, Origins Wolverine and First Class. And it's just like, it wouldn't matter if the movie was good or at least fun. Like, I wouldn't laser focus on this shit as much if I was having fun watching the movie. Like, X-Men Origins Wolverine, despite being absolute garbage, is incredibly fun garbage, and I still enjoy Apocalypse for, like, the spectacle of it. But Dark Phoenix is just so abysmal that, like, everything that I would otherwise not necessarily ignore, but wouldn't be, like, so laser focused on is just pronounced, you know? So, like, my big thing for, like, the writers forgot when it comes to Dark Phoenix is the whole thing about how, like, I mean, they just end up doing The Last Stand again. Where it's just like, okay, The Last Stand, Xavier admits to psychically sealing off portions of Jean Grey's mind because she was developing a second personality that was a dangerous individual. This was the Phoenix. Fast forward to Days of Future Past. McAvoy Xavier. Hello, Lucas. I'm talking about Dark Phoenix. I'm talking about our conversation from earlier. But fast forward to Days of Future Past, and McAvoy Xavier reads the mind of, like, Logan and Stuart Xavier. And, you know, sees all this shit, all this bad shit that happened with Jean Grey. And then, in X-Men Apocalypse, he's just like, yo, Jean, unleash your power. So you kind of get this sense that, like, maybe because he has this context for what happened with Jean Grey in the original timeline, maybe he won't make the same mistakes. And then we get Dark Phoenix, and he's just like, oh yeah, I psychically blocked off the memory of Jean's parents' death in order to protect her. And it's just like, my guy, you are making the exact same fucking mistakes. Also, in this movie, Phoenix isn't, like, a subdued part of Jean Grey's power. It is actually a cosmic force. But the thing that pisses me off most in terms of the writers forgot is, goddamn, we never get acknowledgement of Mystique being Nightcrawler's mother. And, like, I know she isn't his mother now. I know technically now she's his father? Because she transformed into Azazel to impregnate the mutant Destiny, and Destiny gave birth to Nightcrawler. So that's cool. But it's just like, at the time those movies were being made, Mystique was canonically Nightcrawler's mom. And it's just like, there's no fucking, like, follow-up for that. We never get any fucking acknowledgement. Well, in fairness, I think that's how Dark Phoenix works in the Listen. They were setting up Nightcrawler finding out Mystique was his mom all the way back in X2 with their conversation in the comics. Oh, and if you're talking about, like, the Cosmic Force, it's just like, yes, that is how the Phoenix works in the comics. Hold on, I'm trying to... There we go. But in all of the movies where the Phoenix features to any degree, X2, X-Men The Last Stand, X-Men Apocalypse, it is always a extension of Jean Grey's power that she already has.
This has been the journey so far.
Talk to me, Crow Daddy.
Gilded by blood, a giant slain, a toll paid in full. But before the king will help our rider, he must have his dead court.
I don't know, it just pisses me off. Like, you waste 16 years of buildup. 16 years from Nightcrawler and Mystique having one conversation in X-Men 2 to, like, it's just, it upsets me. It upsets me that there was no, because, like, oh my god, they were trying for so long. Like, we played X-Men Origins Wolverine for the Xbox 360, where, like, Wraith was Nightcrawler's dad. You know? Like, it's just... It's upsetting.
I will serve.
Okay, serve over there. Wait, shit. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, give me a second. Go over there.
From dust I am reborn. As you wish.
This did result in me going back. I did a live blog of Dark Phoenix, like, really early on in my posting on co-host. And this prompted me to go back and check out that live blog again, because I remembered having a lot of fun with it, and especially having fun with analyzing the movie. How the fuck do I get out of here again? Wait, can I just... Hold on. Oh wow, I got a lot of shit, actually. Brutal Mace of Fire. Ooh, crit chance. Hold on. That's not worth it. Oh, right. I was trying to see if I could, like, just teleport to the outside of the tomb. But yeah, there was a few things that I got reminded on in watching through that. For example, I was reminded that the main villain, Jessica Chastain's book, The Leader of the Dabari, Jessica Chastain did not know her character's name until the movie actually came out, which is really, really funny. You know when you watch a movie that got really hyped and the scenes of the movie keep running in your mind for the rest of the day until bed? Yeah.
As you wish.
I'm still having that with Little Shop of Horrors. Haven't had that happen in a while. Nice. Ah, I see. That's how that works. Oh, hold up. Oh, that opened both sides. Okay. Honestly, I had to ask because I thought it was just me. Oh, yeah, no. I definitely... I have had moments where just, like, I've watched a movie and then just I haven't been able to stop thinking about it all fucking day. It's one of the best feelings with regards to, like, watching a film, because it's just like, you get... It almost makes you excited to, like, rewatch it. Like, I get that when I see, like, a movie in theaters that I really like, and just like, oh god, I can't wait until I can get this on, like, home media of some kind. Because I need to be able to watch this all the time. But enough talking about good experiences with movies. Dark Phoenix. Another thing that I remembered going through my co-host thread about Dark Phoenix was one of the funniest fucking scenes in that goddamn movie is after Raven's funeral. Did you already bring up New Mutants? I haven't gotten New Mutants yet. I've been stuck on Dark Phoenix for like the last 20 minutes. After Raven's funeral, when Xavier and Beast are sitting in the kitchen. Xavier's trying to have, like, a nice little, just sort of, like, reminisce about his life with Raven, and Beast just isn't fucking having it. He's just like, you killed her. And it's just like, on some level, he's right. This is pretty much all Xavier's fault, and he should feel bad. But at the same time, just thinking about how the fucking Beast is just like, you did this, you killed her. And then just like immediately after that scene is when he decides, I need to kill Jean Grey. I need to murder this woman who is not in control of her abilities. Just like, I don't know, man. I feel like you lose the moral high ground at that point. I think you need to maybe reflect on what you're saying. But of course he doesn't. Because then we wouldn't have a movie. Oh, man. And also about Xavier, in my personal opinion, the entire story of X-Men can only work both Charles Xavier and Magneto have equally good points. No, you're correct. Like, Magneto was right is like a running bit for, like, a good reason, honestly. Because as you know, he is. Cool. Go over there. Pull the lever. Thanks, Deadlord. God, God, and the Dabari just fucking suck as villains. Like, they're so bad. Like, they're just... The Dabari in Dark Phoenix are just, like, the worst kind of, like, implacable man race villains. Dear Lord, what's wrong? Bone Daddy was taken? Huh? Oh. Hold on. Oh, yes, hello, Venom Lad. I'm talking about Dark Phoenix. The worst X-Men film by a country fucking mile.
As you wish.
Go grab that. What does that do? Ah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Like, okay. I need everybody to brace themselves because I'm about to say nice things about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Which is not out of character for me. Because I do prefer that version of the movie to the theatrical release. But here's the thing. Okay. So if you've seen Justice League, you know that Steppenwolf fucking sucks as a villain. He's a garbage villain. Absolutely terrible. And part of the reason for that is that he's too... What's the word I'm looking for? He's too much of a stone wall for the heroes. You know? Like, part of the issue with Justice League, right? Especially the Jomps Webben version of Justice League is the fact that the reason that the Justice League is formed is because the heroes all realize or decide that they are not as strong as Superman, even when they're together. Like they just are just like, yeah, we suck. Let's form a team. And it's just like, that's not what the Justice League is supposed to be. You know? Like, the Justice League isn't supposed to be, we need to join together because that's the only way that we'll be able to fill the hole that Superman left behind. The Justice League is supposed to form because each hero is supposed to individually realize that they are stronger together than they are apart. Even Superman. Like, that's the entire fucking point of the team. Is it's not supposed to be just like, we're not good enough. It's supposed to be, we're better. You know? I think, in my opinion, Zack's primary issue is that he seems too depressed and cynical to write a superhero story. There is definitely a note of cynicism going throughout Zack Snyder's work in the DCEU. I do think that his version of Justice League works better. I'm getting to that, though. So, Jomp's Webben, his Justice League, fucking sucks. Because you have all of these moments where, like, the heroes are going up against the big bad Steppenwolf, and the movie has already primed you to think these guys suck and they aren't going to win because they suck and they're not as good as Superman. Like, the movie has already set you up to think that. You know? So when you see them all going up against Steppenwolf and he's just like smug and like batting them aside and he's just like you don't stand a chance against me. I'm Kieran Hines. Is that how it's pronounced? Kieran? It's just like it doesn't make for good drama because like you're already primed to think these guys suck. They're not going to win. And it's not just the League itself that gets affected by this. It's also the Amazons when they're facing off against Steppenwolf earlier in the film. And then it's just like at the end, yeah, Superman comes in and he completely wipes the floor with Steppenwolf. And it's just like, oh, thank God Superman's here. So we don't have to fucking live with these chuckle fucks trying in vain to save the world. Thank God the fucking, like, gracious demigod from beyond the stars is here to save us all. It sucks. It sucks as a story. Does that add anything to the conversation? But put Static in the DCU, goddammit, and then I'll see the new movies. Hell yeah. So, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League is a far more interesting film. In part due to the fact that it's 4 hours long, characters who were barely allowed even like a modicum of development in the theatrical release of the film now have like fully realized character arcs. Cyborg is so much fucking better in the Zack Snyder director's cut of Justice League. And part of that problem is modern Superman sucked. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think I'm one of those people that definitely thinks like there are 100% ways that you could properly do Superman justice in the modern day. I think it's just that a lot of the people trying to do Superman in the modern day just don't know how to do that, unfortunately. And the other thing that's way more interesting in Zack Snyder's Justice League is the fact that Steppenwolf is less of a threat. And I want to make it clear that when I say that, I don't mean that it's like, oh, he's not as threatening as I'm not going to be able to do this right now, I don't think. When I say that, I don't mean that he's not as threatening as he is in the theatrical release of Justice League. It's just that you see him like essentially scrambling just as much as the heroes desperately to win all of the fights that he has with them. And that's so much more interesting because it means that the heroes that we are watching here would, in some circumstances, have a chance against this guy. But he still manages to clutch victory from the jaws of defeat against them. And that's so much more interesting because now it means that there is more of a reason for them to band together, because it's just like, yeah, individually they're having trouble against this guy, but together they may stand a chance. Because he is himself struggling in order to defeat them.
Yes. Impossible. I cannot.
Well, not necessarily struggling, but like...
As you wish.
There is very clearly... what am I trying to say? He's very clearly... Like he's winning the fights, but you get the sense that if they had any kind of an additional edge against him, they could potentially come out on top. And again, that's not just with the Justice League themselves, also with the Amazons. So by making him less of an implacable man, just like making him less of like a smug immortal god, he becomes so much more interesting as a villain. And it improves the conflict between him and the heroes. So we're looking for the Judicator here. Oh, there he is. All right. Now, to tie all this back, the Dabari in Dark Phoenix. Imagine an alien race that's just all theatrical cut Steppenwolfs. They're so bad. They're so bad as villains. It's just like, oh, they're shapeshifters. Oh, regular human weapons don't work on them. Their minds can't be read. They're super strong. They're super agile. It's just like, what are we fucking doing here, man? This isn't interesting. It's not interesting to just have, like, a race of, like, super strong, super smug aliens. Hello, Kalen. No, it's more Dark Phoenix discourse. But I was talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League to illustrate how much better Steppenwolf is in the Snyder cut versus the theatrical cut. Hello, Mr. Judokato.
I have no time for the likes of you, horsemen. I hear the pleas of the dead, not the damned.
Damn, all right.
Please of your lord.
I serve him even now, though he would reward my efforts with eternal torment.
You did leave the eternal throne.
Even here there are souls lost, waiting to be judged and sent into the city of the dead. I have heard 3 such spirits wandering the corridors. Find them and bring them back to me. Once I have cleansed them of their past, I will hear what troubles the Lord of Bones.
Yeah, all right.
Why hear the pleas of the dead?
Before a soul can enter the city of the dead, its secrets must be laid bare, and its life judged. It is a matter of mercy. The souls will wander, lost and blind, until then.
Yeah, all right. What if we just stop giving money to people who hate Superman and make them write Superman? I don't know. Phoenix fucking sucks. What a fucking awful movie. You know, an interesting bit of trivia, though. I'm in and out of paying attention. I'm on call. It's a major deployment weekend. I understand. You know what's an interesting bit of trivia, though? So, Dark Phoenix had a lot of behind-the-scenes shit going on, and, like, major parts of it needed to be rewritten and reshot, including the ending. The ending that we got for Dark Phoenix, where the X-Men and the Brotherhood are arrested, was written after... was written and shot, I believe, around the time that, like, the Disney acquisition of 21st Century Fox was being finalized. So with that in mind, it becomes very funny that they were arrested by a branch of the government called the Mutant Containment Unit. In case it's not obvious, that abbreviates to MCU. Ooh, fuck this guy. Ow. Bitch. Question, what are your thoughts about modernizing Magneto's origin story past him being a Holocaust survivor? It seems to be a small debate I've heard in certain corners of the internet. That's an interesting question. We are getting to the point where it is becoming less and less realistic to have Magneto be a Holocaust survivor who is still living in the modern day. Like, it's not like Captain America, where he spends a good chunk of, like, the decades between World War II and the modern day frozen, so you can update his origin by just having him be frozen for longer. But it is getting to the point where you would have a harder time explaining Magneto still being alive unless you, like, establish that, like, part of his mutant power set is, like, slower aging, you know? Which I think would probably be the best option regardless, because Magneto being a Holocaust survivor is such a core part of his, like, character. And I mean, like, it's not like you couldn't just choose, like, another, like, major world event to, like, update that to, you know? Like, without getting too deep into the weeds, the Holocaust is not the only genocide in all of history. So, like, there is definitely the possibility that you could update that, but it'd be weird. Like, I feel like there's some level on which that would be kind of awkward to do. So I don't know, realistically speaking. Like, it's like the capability of modernizing it, of updating it, is there. I just don't know. I don't know if that could be done well. Like, you would really need, like, you would need somebody who could absolutely kill that story. Like, kill positive, like they're killing it. Like, you would need a fantastic writer to handle that. And you would need an audience willing to accept it. So like I can definitely see the different sides of that.
From dust I am reborn. As you command.
But realistically speaking, I would probably just say it would be easier to explain that part of his mutant power set is slower aging, honestly. My big opinion is the Holocaust is number one to me as the worst thing humans have done to each other. Most other events are horrible, but even slightly justified Magneto's extremely, you need one on the level of the Holocaust. I don't disagree. I don't think it's the only example of something like I said, that's not the only example of something like that happening in history. It's one of the bigger ones, for sure. But I think just like any example like that is going to be the sort of thing that like you could look at and just like, yes, I can see how this would turn somebody into Magneto. Also one of the most well-known, and like First Class does a pretty good job of, I think, of showing like never fucking again. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like First Class is so fucking good. This is what I was talking about earlier with regards to just like continuity snarls and like retcons in the X-Men film series don't matter if the movie is good or fun, because X-Men First Class is a huge retcon to things established in previous films, but it doesn't fucking matter because it's a good goddamn movie. First Class is so good, just don't ask. I'm still mad about Darwin. I will never not be mad about Darwin. Where the fuck do I need to go here? Hold on.
As you command.
Like, have you ever, like, looked up the kind of things that Darwin has survived thanks to his mutant abilities? Because, like, if you were to look up the sort of things that Darwin has survived thanks to his mutant abilities, and then you go watch X-Men First Class, it makes that scene so much worse. Because it's just like, this is fucking amateur hour. I fucking completely whiffed that. God damn it. I'm so mad about Darwin in X-Men First Class. Oh, it exploded all of it. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Yoink. Mine now. Oh, hold on. The only justification is, like, Darwin hasn't developed his abilities yet, and that's about as much of a whiff as you with that orb. Have you watched X-Men 97? I started X-Men 97. I have not finished it. But I did really enjoy what I watched of it. Because I was a big fan of the X-Men cartoons as a kid. What pisses me off the most about Darwin is the fact that it would have been the easiest goddamn thing in the world to just bring him back. Like, literally, all you need is for him to just show up in the fucking Days of Future Past or X-Men Apocalypse and be like, Darwin, how are you here? And he's just like, adapt to survive, remember? That's all you need! That's it! That's all you need. You do that, and we can go and we can keep moving. But no, they didn't do that because they're cowards. Also, maybe racist. Because it should not be ignored that the two characters of color that get recruited for the X-Men in First Class, A, joined the bad guys, and B, fucking die. Like, we should not ignore that. All of the remaining members of the first class of X-Men are white people. Well, Beast is blue, but you know what I mean. Sorry. What do you mean? It was just a coincidence. I'm gonna be forever upset about, like, Beast's absolutely criminal design downgrade between First Class and Days of Future Past also. I don't care what anyone says. Beast's First Class design was so much better. Hold on, how do I... Oh. Relic of Hagoth. Some kind of Hagothian relic. I'll say his 97 has the #1 best argument for Magneto was right I've ever seen in all of media personally. I believe it. Hello? Excuse me, sir. I need to take you to the Dudicator. The Dudicator. I'm just gonna slurp you up real quick. Don't mind me. Oh, shit. This is not what I wanted. Hold on. Ow. I'm not doing so hot. Woo. Ow. Rude. Oh, it's a lich. I want to be done with this a little bit quicker. There we go. So what episode did you get to, if you don't mind me asking? I believe it was when they got to Genosha. Which, knowing what I know about X-Men canon, is... Ooh, that's not gonna end well. I'm still waiting for the movie where the X-Men fight against Street Fighter characters. You could just go get those games. Whee! If there's anything that I'm grateful for, it's that the X-Men film series didn't have to go out on Dark Phoenix. Like, even if Deadpool and Wolverine had not happened, which I really like Deadpool and Wolverine. I think it's a great love letter to the early experimental era of Marvel films. But even if we didn't get Deadpool and Wolverine, at the very least, New Mutants isn't as bad as Dark Phoenix.
Judgment is at hand.
It's not good, but it's not as bad.
Humans, always so frightened. See your life as you truly live.
All right, Soul 2, let's go. Should probably... Alright, everything is still worse than what I'm currently using. Eldritch Claws. Wrath per kill. Higher DPS. I can't really tell how much higher that is. I'm gonna stick with that. Hold on. I wasn't done. That is a pretty good buff to defense, even if... Ooh, but that's a big drop to resistance and strength. I don't think that's worth it, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I still kind of like New Mutants. You know, like, it's fine. It's all right. It's okay. Do I wish it was better? Yeah. It is kind of funny, like, New Mutants just being like another, what's the word I'm looking for? Another victim of, like, the, hold on. I'm in the middle of a fucking melee. Hold on. Oh. The Tormentor. Okay, if everybody in this room was barefoot, would it be a millipede? No, it wouldn't. I'm not even sure why you would say something like that. That's just silly. Ow. What an odd thing to say. Ow. Ow. Level up. My power has increased. Anyways, New Mutants is fine. But it is very funny that it's one of the later X-Men movies that was definitely setting up Mr. Sinister as being one of the next big threat for the X-Men to face. Something that is, of course, never going to fucking happen now. It's gonna be interesting to find out what exactly they do with the X-Men when they get added to the MCU. I just found out Sam Raimi directed Multiverse of Madness, and my expectations are very high. Sam Raimi did a pretty good job with Multiverse of Madness, I'm gonna be honest. I still kind of like that movie. But again, I'm a big fan of like the magic stuff in the MCU at the very least. I honestly kind of like the Doctor Strange movies. I will say good luck figuring out the crux of the plot in Multiverse of Madness for if you aren't watching WandaVision. Damn. All right. Go over there. Go over there.
As you wish.
Almost similar to my own Griffin lore. Hell yeah. I did not, but I won't go into details. The magic stuff is cool. I think what I kind of like about... I'm going to be entirely honest. I get really tired of, like, magic systems and fantasy stories that get so bogged down with, like, their own rules and everything. Like, if you have to, like, dedicate, like, an entire episode just like, hey, do you want to know how our magic system works and why it is that we can't just solve every single problem we have with magic? And it's just like, no, not really. I'm just here for the cool explosions. That's really it. Like, I'm not saying that, like, your fantasy story can't have... Son of a bitch. I'm not saying your fantasy story can't have... hold on. Let me...
Yes.
No, go back over there. I'm not saying your fantasy story can't have these elements in it. It's just, it can get annoying when it gets bogged down with them. I see what I have to do. Hard disagree. I fucking love when stories go in-depth about how metaphysics work. I dislike it. I'm hoping the Blade movie is good if it comes out. That one joke in Deadpool and Wolverine is taking on all sorts of new meanings. Like, I don't... It bothers me when they get bogged down with it just because it feels like... I don't generally care. You know? Like, I don't care in a lot of cases. Like, there are certain situations where it's just like, I think having, like, a strict magic system... enhances the story in one way or another. I think specifically of Konosuba, where the Chunin mage can only, like, fire off one explosion before fucking passing out, and that's all she can do. Like, that's great. I love that. But, like, otherwise, it's just, like, sometimes it just feels like it just really it just gets annoying when it gets kind of up its own ass about it, I guess is what I'm saying. And I think that's kind of why I like the Doctor Strange movies, because it's just like they kind of give a very basic explanation about, it's just like they're basically just like kind of rewriting the code of reality. But at the same time, it's just like then they do like a bunch of like dope ass shit, and it's just like I don't care how any of this works on a metaphysical level. I think it's just cool that they're doing it. Oh, I can sell that to Volgrim now. I don't know where to fucking find Volgrim. It's also not something Strange himself would ever explain. Yeah. I feel weird talking positively about the MCU. I should say something mean about it. So Eternals, right? What did that open? Actually not sure. Oh, is it something down there? Hold on. Ah. Ah. How about they fridge Gamora and replace her with a version of her with no character development? I can't speak on that because I have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 yet, so I wouldn't have any context for how well they handled that. But I have heard that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 actually fucking slaps. So I don't know how widely held that opinion is. Ah, skeletons. Skeleton warriors. Skeleton warriors. Oh, is that it? Okay. Not a fan of over-explaining like anime tends to do often, but I like that over time you get bits and pieces to gradually understand how it all works, because I don't like when stories use a lack of explanation to get out of corners. I really like when Discord has a metaphysical explanation for why a shopping mall is growing... or Discworld is growing in a field, or when Sanderson Mistborn explains why you can throw fireballs after eating pennies. I guess my main issue is just overcomplicating things, you know? Like, I think I've talked about this before. What the fuck? Bullshit. I have been working on a fantasy story recently. Hold on. Anyways, I've been working on some works. I've written a few small like vertical slices of a story set in a fantasy world that I've been developing. And I will admit, it's fun thinking up the ways that certain kinds of magic work, but I'm not really like forcing myself to get bogged down in like the logistics of it. One of the things that I've been having the most fun with writing, though, in terms of like figuring out like the different aspects of it, is resurrection and healing magic. Mostly because I wanted to write a story where one of the aspects of it is that a character can get killed all to shit and still be brought back, even from just like some really, really, like, you look at it just like there's no way that person can be brought back. It's just like, no, as long as we've got like one or two things, we should be fine. And like, I'll admit, it's been fun kind of like putting together like the logistics of how that works. Like, if you will indulge me for a moment, and you have to, it's my stream. I'm allowed. I'm allowed to go on a tangent, and you have to indulge me. What's the smallest give that allows for resurrection in your universe? So, in this universe, the way that it works is that if, at a minimum, your heart and or brain is mostly intact, you can be brought back. And part of the reason that I wanted it to work this way is I envisioned a scene where one of the protagonists is captured by the villain, and as a taunt to the protagonists, the rest of the protagonist's party, the villain leaves behind this character's heart clutched in their own severed hand. So that it's just like, you guys took too long, and now this happened. Don't fuck with me again. Like that sort of thing. And the way that, so okay, again, indulge me. So the way that it works is that when a person in this universe dies, their soul goes to the void, and it's just kind of hanging out there, waiting for, basically, ideally, something to return back to. If a resurrection mage or a healer has your heart or your brain, they can basically put the rest of the body together from that. With a couple caveats. If you're resurrected from your heart alone, then when you wake up, it's your mind is addled. You've got terrible brain fog. You can recover from it, but it might take you a bit, depending on how long it's been since you died, how long your soul has been floating around in the void, and in some cases, how many times you've died before. In the sense that if you have died multiple times before, it's easier to recuperate because you're getting used to it. On the opposite side of that, if you are resurrected specifically from your brain, then it takes a bit for your muscles to catch up. Like, it's basically like your entire body being pins and needles for a bit. If you're resurrected from both of them, then you can get right back into it. Like, head is fine, muscles are fine, you're good to go. So, like, in one of the sort of larger works that I have been working on, because essentially, like, what I'm doing right now is I've been writing a bunch of like small like vertical slice vignettes, But then I have also been chipping away at a larger work that has more of like a structured narrative. So one of the opening scenes of that one is the main character dying, not realizing she's died, but then as soon as she realizes that she's died, she wakes up in a res ward. They get her back up on her feet, get her out the door, but as she's on her way out, they are walking. One of the mages is walking through with a brain in a jar full of like fluid to preserve it, and it's just like, yeah, that's their next patient. Love stories that fuck around with resurrection. One of the things that's always fun to think about whenever you, like, create a world like this is, like, thinking about how the rest of the world reacts to it. Like, okay, if this is the status quo for this world, what does that mean for, like, you know, the systems at play there? Like, you know, you think about, like, Dungeon Meshi, where it's just like you've got people who specifically go into the dungeon to collect corpses, bring them up, have them stored in, like, a big mausoleum for people to, like, track down, pick up their friends, and then, you know, heal them at the very least. Get them back up and running. So it's just like figuring out things like that, like, you know, if someone's brought back, is there a way for them to get the gear that they may have lost? Is there a way for, like, how does this, like, affect, like, the local economy? So it's just like, okay, what happens when someone gets out of the res ward? Well, they get out of the res ward and there's, like, a line of shops that they can right there that are like selling stuff with, like, fresh resurrection discounts. Just like, do you want to get back up and get back out there? We'll sell our wares to you for a discount. Magic is tools to be used. If you always come back, then what does death actually mean? Well, that's the thing, is that it's not always a for sure thing, right? So, because, like, if you die in such a way that you don't leave behind a heart or brain, like, what does that do? And it's just like, okay, so there is still, like, this is why I didn't want it to be like resurrection in at all costs. Like, it's a bit more forgiving than, like, the ways that resurrection works in something like Dungeon Meshi. But at the same time, it's just like, if you don't leave behind a heart or a brain, you're not coming back necessarily. But I'll get to that in a moment. Just got back. Try these fine tacos, my friend. Fresh from the grill. An ancient family recipe. Yeah, exactly. It's that sort of shit. Ooh, okay. How the fuck do I get to that? Oh, I probably jumped down from the top there. So, like, there's still a degree to which, like, adventurers in this world need to be, like, wary of danger. They need to avoid death, that sort of thing. But then, like, I wrote a story recently about the main characters picking up a bounty, and it's just like, okay, so in this world where resurrection is not necessarily easy, like I try to imply that like um reforming organs and muscles is still like a delicate process. I wrote one story. One of the like the vertical slice vignettes that I wrote is about how, in order to get a character back in the fight whose heart exploded, um, rather than putting together a whole new heart for her, which would have taken so much more time, their healer had to just connect like the blood vessels to each other and is manually pumping the character's body blood through their body uh while they're fighting, like that sort of shit. But in a world where like resurrection is something that is relatively available, like what does it mean for a bounty? Like you don't have to say like wanted dead or alive anymore. You just said wanted alive, or at least with enough that we can bring him back if we have to. Yeah. So what Storm and Magneto did in Red? Huh? Get over here. Is that a pangolin? Oh no, it's an undead stalker. Oh. Hold on, I'm just gonna... Okay, hold on. Hold on. Drop down here. Pick this up. Okay, and then where's that? Look at the dead page. It's right here. Okay. How would such a world deal with the differences between healing, resurrection, and my favorite magic type, necromancy? Effectively the same, realistically speaking. So in one of the comic runs, Storm and Magneto were doing some planetary council bullshit or something. Long story short, shit was going down. Magneto got a hole through him, and Storm used lightning and Magneto's powers manually pumped blood through his body to keep him alive long enough to win. Oh, that is pretty sick, actually. Necromancy is like unwilling resurrection. So no. Because realistically speaking, if... So in the context of this universe, if there is a body for your soul to go back to, then it will go back to it. And this is actually something that I wanted to bring up. One of my characters is a healer who was kicked out of the res ward because she has like an obsession with doing unethical shit. And one of the things that she does, this is a vignette I'm working on right now. One of the things that she's doing that is not strictly illegal in this world, but people kind of give her, but the kind of people who aren't making use of it are giving her weird side eyes, is that she is running a less than ethical business called Life Assurance, where what she is doing is she is people are paying her to take their hearts and preserve them while also growing them a new heart, so that if something happens to them out in the field that doesn't leave behind something for them to be resurrected with, she can use one of these hearts she's holding on to just grow them a new body for their soul to come back to. So I would probably say that necromancy is going to be less along the lines of like an unwilling resurrection and really resurrection in general, and more along the lines of like puppetry. Like the thing that I explained with regards to her connecting blood vessels rather than growing an entirely new heart to pump and manually pumping blood through another main character's body is quite honestly probably pretty close to that sort of thing. That's so fucked up. I love it. Yeah, it's fun. Like, because part of like this character's whole shtick is that she has been kind of like behind the rest of like the industry of healing mages back, has been experimenting with ways to use healing magic to harm. Not because she wants to hurt people, but mostly because she's just trying to kind of like push the utility of healing magic to its absolute limits. But generally speaking, the other healing and res mages are not huge fans of this. And for various reasons, this puts her in a good position to help out the other characters in the story. Permission to link? I don't know if there's really a way for me to give you like temporary permission to link things. Is this for the X-Men comic thing?
Judgment is at hand. Humans, always so frightened.
Yeah, man, you said that last
See
time.
your life as you truly lived.
Go ahead and shoot it to me on Blue Sky, and I'll just post it in the chat for you. Yeah, it wasn't obvious. Necromancy is my jam. Love me a good skeleton and zombie army and the manipulation of energies of life and death. Now, that being said, I definitely think that, like, despite the fact that, like, resurrection in this setting is, like, effectively an industry with, like, several smaller, like, satellite industries around it, there is some pushback against it. And this is kind of something that, like, I sort of take a bit of inspiration from, like, Dishonored for, where it's just, like, you know, as I mentioned, the way that it works is that when a character in this setting dies, their soul just kind of, like, floats around in the void. So I thought about, like, okay, what is something that would happen as a consequence of this? Well, maybe there's like a religious faction that finds the entire notion of resurrection to be like blasphemous. Like, they're not necessarily worshiping the void, although people call them void worshippers, but like they find that the state of floating in the void after death to be just like the natural next step. essentially making do not resuscitate a religion, basically. Cool, right when I figure out how to do that. I don't think I've got private DMs on Blue Sky. Where the fuck did I put my phone? Hold on. There it is. Oh no, I do have it, only for users I follow. Well. Or even, we believe that souls floating in the void can become reincarnated and resurrected and preventing the natural cycle of this world. No, not even really that. Like, just simply believing that floating in the void is the natural next step of, like, a person's life, basically. Like, that's just how it is.
From dust I am reborn.
Not even necessarily like a reincarnation thing. You know, every Darksiders stream is so full of, like, wild tangents. I kind of, like... I think just Darksiders as a game kind of lends itself to that, because, like, there's these long stretches of just, like, running through dungeons where, like, nothing... There's nothing, like, immediately on screen to discuss. This stream, it's been X-Men and also your world building. I like talking about my world building. Like, I'm trying not to 151. Ooh, 137. I need a new possessed weapon, I think. Brutal Glaive of Frost. Ooh, fuck. Yeah, we want that. Down to 72 from 83. Strength go up, though. And it's got thorns. And thorns is pretty good. It's not as much of a drop as some of these other ones in terms of the defense. So let's go with that. I don't think... yeah, that's... too much of a drop to resistance and strength to justify the increase to defense. And those aren't worth it. Gage, do not fucking remember why everyone wants to kill Death and show him agony, bro. Why? Because I've been paying so much more attention to your tangents that I don't remember the plot of the game I'm watching. So right now we are trying to collect souls for the Judicator, because he has 3 souls hanging around that he needs to judge, and then he'll come with us to go to the Lord of Bones. Oh, fuck. Man, come on. Alright, go over there. I'll figure this out, I guess. Okay. Hold on. Go... what's this one do? Ah, alright. Hold on. Oh, okay. So then send him over there.
As you wish.
There he goes. But yeah, Darksiders really just kind of lends itself to tangents, honestly. It's been that way. I feel like it's been that way for like a long time, too. Like, I remember back in the early days of the stream when I was streaming directly from my Xbox, the first time that I played through Darksiders 2, there was an entire tangent I went off on about the sex lives of the Star Fox characters. I even made a stream highlight of that. Like, you can go find that on YouTube. More like Star Fox. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called Star Fox. Fuckable Gex was a Darksiders stream. Also true. Very much so. God, they are just throwing... These are all just weird-ass boss arenas. Although not even really boss arenas, just arenas where I fight dudes. This one might be a boss. Ah, a big boner. The Bone Keeper. Yeah? Okay. How do I get at that guy? Okay, hold on. I think maybe I need to do this. Yoink. It. Hold on, I'm dying. Oh. Hi, man. Rusanov's axe, brought into countless battles by a once great demon lord, the face of the axe displays the torment of those it has slain, said to consume the soul of its victims and writhe them in eternal agony. Ooh, this is a possessed weapon. Let's feed you some stuff. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to the brutal sides of lightning. But otherwise, feed everything else. Okay. Let's up critical chance. arcane critical damage. Let's do lightning damage. I like lightning damage. Big fan of lightning damage. Eldritch Sides, Brutal Sides, Eldritch Sides. Health per kill. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Hold on to these ones. Eldritch Sides, Brutal Sides, Sides of Shock. We could upgrade crit chance. Brutal Hammer of Frost, Brutal Mace, Gauntlets, Brutal Glaive, Brutal Arm Blades of Lightning. Critical damage. Yes. Okay. Quit. This thing is now busted. Alright, let's get going. Would love to be some guy's bone keeper. Oh yeah, I think they make cages for that. I remember seeing, there was a post I saw once with regard that was like talking about world building. It's just like, yeah, world building is cool and all, but like you also actually need to write the story. Which I think is really good advice, and I think what sometimes what people like don't necessarily realize is that like sometimes if you write the story, the world building will just happen. You know? Like sometimes it feels like people don't really know that.
Judgment is at hand.
And it's unfortunate.
Humans, always so frightened. See your life as you truly lived.
It is finished. Your lord summons you.
I am ever his servant. You forget your station, Nephilim.
What?
You may be a horseman, but I am a lord of the dead.
Who the
And your king
fuck?
demands an audience.
This realm belongs to corruption now. None alive.
Wait,
can
are
stand
you the
against it.
Judicator? Do I need to fight you?
Misjudge me.
You ride without the power of the seals at your back. You would not survive even the weakest trial of the realm.
I brought low the arena's champion.
That is but a game, Pale Rider. There are other trials meant to punish. Speak with the voice in the Gilded Arena. Ask of the Psychomeron.
The what?
If you live, we will speak again.
The Psychomeron? The fuck is a Psychomeron? Okay, well. Fucking Psychomeron, shut the fuck up. How many trials of the realm have you survived already? A lot? I think this guy is underestimating me, I'm gonna be real. But yeah, like I can't begin to like explain like all the times where it's just like I've kind of worked out like details of like how a particular narrative's world works simply by just writing it. Like sometimes it just happens, you know? Like it feels almost pretentious to be like, "Oh, the story is a living, breathing thing." Like I feel like I'm fucking Alan Wake saying that. But But at the same time, like, no, that's actually how that works sometimes. Like, sometimes these things just have, like, God, there was a really good behind-the-scenes thing I watched one time about, like, Spider-Man, right? And it was one of the, like, the older Spider-Man writers. He was talking about writing the story where Mary Jane reveals that she knows that Peter is Spider-Man. And just, he was writing it, and just as just as he was writing it, as he was kind of, like, getting into the flow of the work, he just wrote that she already knows, and he's just like, holy shit. Because, like, genuinely, that's how it works sometimes. Sometimes you'll be writing something and you'll realize, wait a minute. The logical next step of this thing that I'm writing is... The logical next step of X is Y. And sometimes it's just how world building happens. World building is really fun exercise, but, like, there are a group of eagles that soar above everything, and Gandalf was their only friend. Okay, so why don't they ride the eagles to Mordor? Well, because then there wouldn't be a story. Also, because Mordor has surface-to-air missiles, as we all know. The right answer is because the story needs to fucking happen. Exactly. One of my favorite bits from the Dan Olsen video about the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings is when he's talking about the Balrog, and it's just like, and if Balrog have wings, why don't they just fly the ring to Mordor? I have to set up a lot in advance because I'm not writing myself, just directing someone else. But more importantly, story needs to happen. Exactly, yeah. Like, that's what I mean with regards to, like, that, like, post I saw that was just like, world building is all well and good, but sometimes you actually need to just write the story.
As you command.
Oh, they're both going. Oh.
As you command.
Go on. Let's open this bitch up. To be fair, with the next level stuff Tolkien was writing, he can be forgiven on a couple things. No, that's true. That one of those bone-keeping cages we were talking about? You know what I found out today? I found out that there is differences between first editions of The Hobbit and second editions. Where, like, there was stuff added into second editions of The Hobbit to bring it more in line with what Tolkien was going to write with Lord of the Rings, including Gollum's obsession with the ring. Like, originally, I think from what I read, originally Gollum was, like, going to not be able to find the One Ring after the riddle battle with Bilbo, and he was just like, ah, damn, I must have lost it somewhere. Okay, well, let me show you the way out. Like, it sounds like Gollum's obsession with the ring was backfilled in order to make Lord of the Rings make more sense. Which is very funny to me. I got mentioned in a post. Oh. Why did I get a notification for a post Audrey made in 2020? That's weird. Well, anyway. Oh, shit. I mean, that would have made more sense than having it be a 30-second cutscene. Do you think the barrel riding will be like a full gameplay sequence, or do you think that'll be a cutscene as well? Okay, so I was actually thinking about this. There's so much shit in The Hobbit, like major events that Bilbo just is not present for. That like I'm sitting here wondering how much of the Battle of Five Armies are we actually going to see in this game? Or are they going to stick to how it happens in the book where Bilbo takes a blow to the head and he's just out like a light for the next few hours? I think it's really that The Hobbit is about Bilbo conveniently missing the plot of The Hobbit. It do seem to be like that sometimes. One of the fun things about Battle of Five Armies is depending on which version of the story you're seeing, what the actual five armies involved are changes. And it's just like, you can't get a fucking straight answer about it, goddamn anything. Plot is happening over there, and look, man, hobbits don't have time for plots. What? Look. Go look up who were the five armies involved in Battle of the Five Armies. And it's not particularly clear. Because, like, the three that are for sure is, like, the army of men, the army of elves, and the army of dwarves. But then from there, it's like, there's the goblins, and then it's, like, the wargs, maybe? But then, like, you watch, like, the animated version of The Hobbit, and it's like, okay, men, elves, dwarves, goblins, then the eagles, I guess? I haven't seen the special edition. Why would... No, I don't mean, like, the movie. I mean, like, The Hobbit in general. Like, depending on the adaptation you're watching, who the five armies are changes. Like, in the book, I think the wargs are considered an army. But, like, in the Rankin Bass movie, it's not the wargs. It's the eagles are considered an army. But then, in the live-action movie, it's men, dwarves, and elves. And then two armies of... You've got the Gundabad orcs... And then the Dol Guldur orcs are two separate armies. I guess. Like I said, it's weird. Like, do the werewolf... What about the werewolf... Do the werewolves count as an army? Like, what's going on here? When someone pointed out that The Hobbit is just the latter half of Beowulf told from the thieves' perspective, a lot of the story started to make so much sense. I haven't read Beowulf in a hot minute. I've seen the movie relatively recently, like within the last few years, though. Tom Bombadil is an army. God, that just reminds me I need to finish watching Rings of Power Season 2. Where is this chest it's telling me about? Trying to get a sense of the... Oh! Okay. Slayer Bindings of Thorns, Sorcerer Gloves. 80, 31, 93, 83. Yeah, no. Okay. Oh, hold up. Okay. I'm still on call and I'm just waiting for my turn to go and dreading how many error messages we're going to have in the rest of the department. Tonight's deployment is the 5 armies and I am a hobbit praying to be hit on the head with a rock. I think one of the funniest things about the Rankin Bass Hobbit is like, so, okay. So in the Peter Jackson version of the Hobbit, in the Battle of 5 Armies, Bilbo gets clunked on the head and is out like a light for like an hour, right? But like we see the rest of what happens because Bilbo isn't the only point of view character in Peter Jackson's The Hobbit. I wonder if anybody's ever re-edited that movie to change that around. Anyway, so in the Rankin Bass Hobbit, while Bilbo claims to have taken a blow to the head and been out like a light for hours, what we actually see on screen seems to imply that he got so fed up with the fact that there were 5 armies fighting all at once that he just decided to take a nap, and then he woke up and like half the company of dwarves were dead. Which is honestly really funny. Have I been in here already? This place seems kind of familiar. Something yellow over here. Oh! Oh, yeah, I know where this is. Breach. I still haven't gotten around to replaying Doom 3. I'm still trying to work my way through Half-Life 2. Well, at this point, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, but, you know. Damn, alright. Am I going the right way? Wait, hold on. What the fuck am I... Hold on, I actually just realized I need to dump skill points into something. Anyways, yeah, no, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, there's a chest I haven't gotten. Hold on. Oh, can I even get to that? Wait a second. Yeah, no, I can't do anything with this yet, I don't think. Well, at any rate. Where am I actually looking to go? Can I just fast travel here? I can. Fucking sick. Hi, I was told to ask about the Sycameron, whatever the fuck that is. Nice Sycameron running here. Maybe interest you in these spiral stairs. I don't know why I gave that a New Zealand accent. Or my best fucking attempt at a New Zealand accent. Did you know the X-Men movie series had 2 TV shows tied to it? I heard Legion was pretty good, but I haven't actually, like, I own all 3 seasons of it digitally, but I've never actually sat down to watch through it.
So you have returned. What is it you seek?
Were they shot in New Zealand? I don't believe so.
I seek the Sycameron.
If such a thing were possible,
Hey, what's that?
it would surely consume down to your very soul.
I have a few to spare.
Indeed. But I wonder, are they too old to burn after so many eons?
One way to find out. That's what I'm saying. The Sycameron survived the Sycameron. Ah, pangolins. Ow. 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 Take that, thank you. Ow. Oh, there's another one. One second. Ow. Ow. Rude. Good talk. Pick that up. Thank you. I got anything good? Chaos fan. Oh, wait, no. I know about that already. Brutal Buckler. Sorcerer Talisman. Ugh. Whew. I think I maybe need to stop talking about X-Men for the rest of the stream. Otherwise, I'm just going to start talking about Forget-Me-Not. And I cannot keep talking about Forget-Me-Not. Oh. Oh. Okay. I think I see what we might be working with here.
From dust I am reborn.
This realm is full of corruption. I will not listen to you unless you survive like a 3-boss rush. That'd be dope as fuck. I'm sorry. I saw that and my immediate thought was, this realm is full of corruption. How can you just sit there and eat pizza? Uh-oh. Hold on. Your boy's stuck. Reset.
I will serve.
No, no, someone needs to go over there. I have messages on Discord. I need to check 1 second. Oh god, I haven't done my Pelu Pelu quest today. Shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay.
From dust I am reborn. Impossible.
Fuck you mean impossible?
Yes.
Get over there.
As you command.
Okay, what's that gonna open? Oh, no shit. Okay. Whoa. Can you go over to that one? Please and thank you. I'm gonna hop up here real quick. I just noticed this. Fuck you mean nuh-uh. Okay, this just goes back here. Okay, now because I wasn't over here, I don't know what that opened. Oop. Lighting in this dungeon is kind of falling apart a little bit, I'm noticing. Don't know if anyone else is seeing that. Okay, so hold on. What does that one actually do? Oh, that's what that did.
Yes.
There's a beholder door there.
I cannot.
Ah, all right.
As you wish.
Can you go over that one? What? Where the fuck you go?
Impossible.
Ah, for fuck's sake. All right.
As you command.
I see, so the Psychomeron is here to test my fucking patience. I understand now. Okay. Test my patience and the lighting engine, it seems.
Yes.
I don't have a key for that right now. How would I open this one, though?
As you command.
I don't know if he's supposed to be able to get over there, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, man, I'm gonna be real. There's no way I'm getting over to that one. Whoop. Literally do not see the purpose of this, besides here is a slightly different environment. I mean, like, there's gotta be a dungeon. What the fuck is going on? Why is the lighting engine fucking breaking down? Video game, go home, you are drunk?
Dust? What do you see?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of getting that sense. Alright, hold on. Everybody come back. A bitch has to figure this out. Were you not in a dungeon already? I mean, we were. This is kind of a multi-tier dungeon, you see.
As you command. I cannot. As you wish.
I say that we're on a fetch quest. We're trying to get these 3 souls. Trying to figure out where the fuck I'm supposed to go. Okay, hold on. Let's take a look at this. So realistically, my next step should be going through this door, I think. How do I get over there? Hold on. Oh my god. Finally started paying attention to the game and I'm shitting on it. Listen, I will be the first to admit that Darksiders 2 gets pretty egregious with its padding once you get further into the game. Yeah, thanks, Dust. God. Okay. Hold on, hold on. So what do I have access to right now? There's that thing over there. That switch. There's these two pressure plates. One of them raises the bridge. One of them opens the door. That pressure plate over there opened up the area with the treasure chest. It's giving me the option to potentially send someone over there, but I can't. Am I missing something? Doesn't seem like I am. Oh my god, the lighting. Do you ever think about Sonic Adventure 1 Eggman invented a system to allow the egg carrier to transform into a second shave that literally only serves to keep you from exploring freely, and then the only way to get to me is through the sky deck? Anyways, the Psychameron. The Psychameron. There has to be something I'm missing. What was that? Oh! Hold up, what the fuck is that? No shit? How the hell is he gonna get there? Bro, what the fuck? Okay. Here we go. Yeah, that's me not being very observant of my surroundings. I will take responsibility for that one. Go ahead and open this door so that I don't have to fucking worry about this. I was about to say, I really hope you didn't soft lock yourself. Thankfully, no. Okay. So now we can progress through this area with its broken lighting. Aw. Okay.
From dust I am reborn. As you wish.
What's that one do? Oh, is this we have to do it in a certain order? Oh, shit! Is there any kind of hint to what order we have to do it in, or are we just guessing? Fuck it, let's guess. Would it be too obvious for that to then go back to the first one, or would it be too obvious to go to the third one?
As you command.
It seems like you're really supposed to do trial and error on this. I feel like if it wasn't trial and error, they wouldn't only give you 3 switches. Okay.
Yes.
Go get him. Do 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 do. Thank you. What a thrill. With darkness and silence through the night. Oh, we're there. Oh, hold on. Haha. Wait, shit. It's supposed to go this way. I love that I made a point of just like, oh, make sure I open this door, and then completely forgot that I opened it. Good job, me. Oh, hold on. Because I know I need those guys on the other side of that door. How long have we been going for? 2.5 hours? I could go longer.
I will serve.
No, you got... No, you're supposed to...
Yes.
Fucking get over there, idiot.
As you wish.
Hold on, I got messages on my phone that I need to check. Okay. Yeah, fuck you too. Oh, I could just summon them here. Okay. Let's do that.
It is not possible.
Damn it.
It is not possible.
Hold on. They're fighting something. Who cares? No, don't. Okay.
From dust I am reborn.
Please go over there. Thank you.
As you command.
Heyo. Hip. Alright, now if I recall correctly, I was able to send one of these guys over here from where they were at. Yeah, there we go. I think he opened this one. Is he going? Is he making his way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and he's homebound? Please? Damn it. You guys are useless. On-call update, it is indeed going to shit for not Kalen.
Yes. Impossible.
Okay, fine. Just give me a fucking second.
As you
There you
command.
go. Here we go. But yeah, basically what we've been dealing with here to get these dead lords. Hold on. What? Is basically like a series of mini dungeons. What the phone? Does Shrek know what phones is? You ever think about that? Because, like, he says the phrase, hold the phone. Does that mean Shrek knows what phones is? Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Hold on. Yoink. Nope. Hard no. Trying to click on that does not appear to be... Hello. Hold on, what's that? Trying to click on that does not appear to be having any sort of effect on my guys, my dudes. So... Where am I supposed to go, I wonder? Huh. I want to check something here real quick. 1 second. He's there. No, he wouldn't be able to get to that switch. Hmm.
It's time you find something.
Dust still recommends over here. Oh. Wait, no. Do orcs know what a restaurant is? I mean, oh, hold on. Nope. That wasn't it. I mean, in Middle-earth, there are, like, taverns and stuff like that. I would imagine that, like, menus are a thing in certain parts of Middle-earth. So it is conceivable that they could learn what a menu is via cultural osmosis. But also, it's funny joke. You know? But does Shrek know what phones is? These are the real questions. Where the fuck am I going? Okay, hold on, hold on. I bring this guy with me. Because I don't need that switch anymore. So if this guy comes with me, he's fighting something. Wait, hold on. Is he able to get over there? How the fuck does he get over there? Or is he not able to get over there? Alright, where's he getting stuck now? Okay, so he went in there.
As you wish.
Okay, so evidently he can go down there. It seems like I simply am not able to command them while I'm holding on to, like, ledges and shit like that. I think that was the issue. Crystal ball basically phones. I mean, he does have to leave like a voicemail for Fairy Godmother. So who can really say? Defense goes up to 95 from 80. But again, I lose so much resistance and strength. Like, I don't even know if the bump to Wrath is worth it. Okay, hold on. Can I make my way up to that door and, like, maybe open it to make shit a little bit easier on myself? That I can. Yeah, but do the Uruk-hai of Isengard go to taverns with menus? Probably not themselves, no, but again, it might be just be a cultural osmosis thing. Like, they know that menus are a thing because they live in that world. But also, it's a funny joke. Don't worry about it.
As you command.
But does Shrek know what phones is? Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. We are making progress. I feel like you guys aren't actually doing that much damage and helping me all that much, really.
Yes.
Step on that. Actually, I'm not sure I need you to step on that, now that I'm looking at it. Oh, I'm over here now. Okay. Meat back on the menu is funny joke. Don't worry, but does Shrek know what phones is? Hypocrisy. Is it, though? Or is it enlightenment? Think on that for a while. Ah, okay. Why am I looking at that one all the way over there? This guy's like right here. Good talk, everyone. Oh, another one of these guys. Hey, why did my guys leave? My dudes. Help, please? Ah, okay. Ow. You are a terrifying beast. Are we done? Can I leave? I'm gonna be honest, I feel like maybe this dungeon is overstaying its welcome just a tad. I don't know about that drop to strength. I don't know. I don't know, man. How much of a drop is that on critical damage plus 22? I'll take that. Here we go. Oh, does this just open everything in the dungeon? Cool, man. I like that. I'll take that as a reward. That's fine. Now where the fuck am I? Relic of Etu Goth. All these like little enemies in combination with the axe having a buff on it that gives me health on kills is really helping with keeping me hale and whole. Oh, it's very dark in here. This isn't normal darkness. This is advanced darkness. Oh, the fuck-ass bone spider. Oh, hello.
I hoped a champion would arise who could face the corruption. And you have come far, horseman.
I try.
A pity that your journey ends here.
Oh, alright. What the... Oh, bone spider. Oh. Oh, Echidna. You're one of the things that I have to kill. Ow. Rude. Okay. Echidna. Alright, Death, I think you got him.
I will ride with you, horseman, even unto the Lord of Bones.
Cool, man, thanks.
Even unto judgment.
Echidna's fangs. The fangs of Echidna have drained life from countless creatures over the millennia to feed the beast's hunger. Now fashioned into weapons for death, Echidna's fangs siphon health from its foes, weakening them only to strengthen the Reaper. Ooh. Oh, now I gotta go back to Thane. Alright, let's take a look at those. Worse than what I've got. Okay, so now... Fast travel. Oh, Death had some frustration in those grabs. Did you see what he was dealing with up to that point? I would also have frustration in those grabs. Hey, I got some stuff for you.
Take a look.
I got this things.
A fair price.
Got this thing. Skill point, huh? Damn, alright.
Until we meet again.
Hey, bro. Hey, my bromide.
You're wasting my time.
Yeah. Update's going to shit for Kalen. Be back later. Alright. Might not be running for too much longer. But
What would
best
you
of luck
have
to
us
you.
do? Suffer. Too long you have slumbered. Too long you have forsaken your duty. I have no more use for you.
What is this? I don't like being toyed with.
They failed me. But you have earned my gratitude. I will send you to one in my kingdom who knows the way to the Well of Souls.
Oh, sick.
But first, there are demons that you must face.
I've already faced and killed many.
Not like these. There is great power bound in that amulet. But your shame stays its unlocking.
I regret nothing.
Oh, I can see beyond your flesh to where the true battle rages.
Damn, alright. Help Big Beauty. No, it'd be back later. No, Brazilian butt lift. Anyway, Soul Splitter. The Lord of Bones has looked into Death's soul and unlocked previously hidden potential. Death may now split his spirit into two halves, allowing them to be moved and controlled separately from his physical form, which turns into stone as virtually invulnerable. Cool. Oh shit, I can get that one chest.
Horseman, what did you learn from the Lord of Bones? I suppose your king lives up to his name, if not his bargains.
The dead king has granted you passage to the city of the dead.
Sick.
Who must I seek in the city of the dead?
You should worry more about the one who seeks you.
Answer my questions, Scarecrow.
There's no fun in simply telling you.
Then speak no more.
I'd keep watch on my own neck if I were you.
What will I find in the city of the dead? Besides more corpses.
Something far more precious than sinew and bone. Souls, Rider. From every kingdom under a dying sun. In the city, their past life is cleansed, that they may pass through the well and be reborn. Many souls do not survive this purification. Some are driven mad, and a few even manage to escape their bonds.
Fucked up if true. That does just sound like another dungeon, though. Oh. Oh, I see, I see. City of the Dead. All right. Maybe it's not a dungeon. Oh, I don't know. They just gave me a lot of health drinks. Let me check that real quick. Is that any better than what I've already got? Hard no. Oh, hi guys. Yeah, that's me. Whoop. Ow. Rude. Stop blocking, idiot. Hold on. Book of the Damned page. Or Book of the Dead, excuse me. I really should probably find a way to get back to fucking what's-his-ass, Volgrim. Orpal. Dream and Orpal. This might be worth putting on an action button, actually. Just so that I don't have to constantly go into that menu to solve these puzzles. You guys are usually the result of a lich being around. This is a big room. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. For a bit of behind-the-scenes stuff, I have art that I'm waiting on to start a particular stream. And I thought maybe it was going to be done by the end of this week. It ended up not being done. This isn't like the fault of anyone, really. It's just I don't know how to say this. I don't want to make it sound... At maybe 30 seconds, someone clicked the cancel button on our workflow. Oh, no? Like, I don't want to make it sound like I'm being ungrateful or that I think the artist is lazy, because I'm not. But it just ended up being that, like, the art wasn't moving at the completion of the art wasn't moving at the speed I thought it was moving at. So it's unfortunately not ready for the weekend. Status is manually canceled. I'm going to definitely not hurt anyone. Good to know. Good to have that on public record. But yeah, so I'm not 100% certain exactly when I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I'm going to look through what games I have ready to stream, things that I may not have finished yet. See if there's anything I feel like popping into, like Trapong 2 or maybe like Zelda or something like that. But stay tuned. Keep an eye on my Blue Sky, on my Tumblr, to keep up to date with what we be streaming. So what you're seeing is keep your eye on the sky. Yeah, exactly. You got it. Oh, this all seems really complicated, and I'm getting tired, so we're going to go ahead and call it here. I want to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Blue Sky and Tumblr at AcidXShark. That's AcidXSHRK, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream was done by Audrey and B of Team Capel. You can find on Twitter, Twitch, or yeah, I guess Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, Blue Sky, VGen, at Team Capel. That's TEAMCATPLE. They do fantastic work. Highly recommend checking their stuff out. Highly recommend commissioning them. Use their VGen if you do. Don't email them. Don't do that. Like I said, not sure what we're doing tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. Keep an eye on the socials. But next week, Wednesday, if Molly's feeling up to it, Hellboy Web of Word. If not, it'll be The Hobbit. Next Thursday, more Final Fantasy. Well, actually, no, not more Final Fantasy 14 next Thursday, because next Thursday is Thanksgiving. But next Friday, barring any unforeseen circumstances, we will be starting Silver's story with Team Capel joining us as guests in Sonic 06. So it'll be a bit before we get back to Darksiders 2. Let's go ahead and get a raid set up here for Penny. And I will see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care, everybody.